Hey guys, welcome back to another commentary episode of Final Fantasy IV, the DS edition. In our last episode, Golbez gained control of all 8 crystals, and the way to the moon is now open. We're not really sure what that means, but the next thing we need to do is go to Mysidia, because that is apparently where we'll get some answers, and hopefully find out what our next step is to stopping Golbez. Ship. In we go. I've been waiting for you. Come, we must go to the Tower of Prayer. Birthed from womb of Dragon's Maw and born unto the stars, by light and darkness cast aloft, our dreamtide oaths resworn. Moon is swathed in ever light, near again to no eclipse, earth with howled bounty reconciled.
Pray now, with all your heart. Prophecy must be made reality. There is no other time but now. Behold, my children, she has heard our prayers. She is risen, the promised ship of light. The lunar whale!
A voice spoke to me in the midst of our prayers. Go to the moon, it said. He awaits you there. To the moon? But how? The lunar whale is a ship from the moon. According to the writings I've discovered, there should be a teleportation crystal on board in addition to the crystals that serve to power its flight. That crystal controls travel between here and the moon. Speak to it and it will transport you between the two faster than you can even blink. I see. We will search for it. Yeah, so now we got a ship there, a massive ship that can travel to the moon. Before we go in there, there's one last thing I want to do here in Mysidia. Go back into the Elder's house. And check out who it is. Yep, naming away again. Oh, greetings and salutations, Cecil. What brings you out this way? Myself? Well, actually, I'm getting married. We came here to hold our wedding ceremony. I owe it all to you, Cecil. Thanks for everything. I suppose now that I'm getting married, being loving way won't quite be enough. Wedding way the groom to be. I hope things continue to go well for you and Rosa too. Let me give you this as a good luck charm. So, Rosa's love augment. Nothing could ever make me happier than marrying this wonderful man. Well. I do worry about his wanderlust, but I'll stay with him no matter where he goes, even if he goes to the moon itself. Well, I guess if that works for you. So we got this augment. See if I can pull it up here. Rosa's love augment. So apparently, I looked into this. Apparently what it does is it increases the attack strength of the character who equips it based on the number of times you've summoned white in battle. Now, as you guys know, I haven't really used white. It's not really kind of my sort of thing. So obviously I'm not really going to be using the augment except to use it on another character to get more augments later. Our elder trusts you, we will trust you too. Yeah, okay, fine. I don't think these guys are going to say anything different. Alright, time to head off to the moon. So this is the lunar whale. In addition to being an airship, it has these pods where you can rest in to heal up your team, which is really nice. And down here, there's also a robotic fat chocobo. You can kind of see there's a fat chocobo, but he looks kind of like mechanical. Not going to talk to him. One thing I should mention here, in case you're playing this game, there has been a known glitch where if you talk to the fat chocobo at this point, when you first get Lunar Whale, there has been reports of the game crashing. So you want to be careful of that. Now, I think this is the crystal that takes me to the moon, if I remember correctly. Yep, here we go. There's a big crystal here. Now, I'm just going to take a bit of time mapping out the world here. After all, it's a pretty small map. You can see how quickly we're moving around it. The moon isn't quite as big as the world, the Earth. I mean, I don't know if it's Earth or, what exactly the planet is called in Final Fantasy IV, but yeah, I'm just going to go around here, map out everything before we actually get to exploring. Just because it will make things easier. I love this theme too, by the way, when you get the Lunar Whale. There's so much... Oop, almost crashed into the building there. There's so many good musical themes here in Final Fantasy IV. I mean, in all the Final Fantasies, really, but there's so many memorable tracks in this one. Alright, so... this is our destination, but as you can see, it's not going to let me land anywhere here. So, how do I get there? In order to do that, we need to make the use of some tunnels. You can land on these parts. Alright. So this is the moon. Why does being here make me feel this way? Yep. Here we go. Now, one thing I want to mention, I mentioned it shortly in a past episode, but I gave Cecil the kick augment, and you're going to see this next time we get into a battle. And he's going to counter, but instead of just countering with his normal attack, he's going to counter with kick. Now his defensive tanking abilities have become even better. And it didn't take long to get into a battle here. I'll just have him defend. Now watch this. Counter kick. Wham! These things, I don't know exactly what they're weak against. Can I get a Libra on them? I don't even know if they're weak to anything in particular. Analyze target status. So, yeah, no weaknesses. Well, his ninjutsu is going to be better anyway. Oops, sorry about that little hiccup there. There we go. Which way do I go? I don't quite remember the layout of the tunnels. Let's try Quake. Let's get him defending. Yeah, he needs healing. I knew he did, but... Nice. Yeah, against these guys, Edge's ninjutsu is a better choice. Because they absorb... Well, they don't absorb physical attacks, but they take very little damage from them. Alright. We definitely need to heal Cecil. I think this is a dead end, but there's a treasure chest. Yeah. Ooh, enemy ambush. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's still better for him just to keep defending. The enemies here on the moon, they hit hard, so Cecil really has to go into tank mode here. And like I said, with kick, he's you can see like he's just dealing damage. I don't have to worry about attacking with him. But yeah, do need to keep him well healed. I mean, my average level is about level 60, level 58 maybe. Edge is a bit behind. But I mean, still, like, the enemies are dealing a decent amount of damage to me, even at these high levels, so... Yeah, the difficulty curve is moving along nicely. Yeah, I want to get him defending. Quake. So just keep on defending, Cecil. And kicking them back. Counter kick. Wham. Hopefully this will take them out. There we go. Edge leveled up. Well, we know how to deal with you guys. Let's try it. Let's try summon. Wham. Yeah, you can see Cecil's kick attack is not doing a lot of damage because it's physical based. These guys take more damage from magical based attacks. Which is why, again, using Edge's ninjutsu is the better choice in this instance. Summon. Summon the dragon with its radiant breath. And let's explore this side passage here. Stardust and Lunar Curtain. I think Stardust is like an attack item or something like that. I've got some Soma drops and apples I should use up. Where is it? Stardust. There. Cast Comet. That will be useful maybe later on, perhaps. Oh, we've got some new enemies here. I don't know if these guys are weak to anything in particular. There we go. Come on, I took like only three or four steps. But there are some new enemies here, so I'll fight them out. But I want to swap rows. There we go. Alright. Let's see Shiva this time. There we go. Ooh, flare magic. Very nice. And I got 3 sirens. There we go. Very nice. Alright, so now I'm up here, and I want to go this way. Fighting more enemies. Well, well. I think Quake is still Rydia's best spell when it comes to hitting a group of enemies at once. Let's do Tremor. No, not Tremor, because those guys are floating. Flood. I don't know if Quake is going to hit those bomb-like enemies. Because it looks like they're floating. So it might miss them. Oh no, it still hits them. Okay. So I guess even though they kind of look to be floating, technically they're not. It's good to know. And another tunnel to take. The East Tunnel. Yeah, Cecil's pretty much taking them out by himself. I guess it wasn't necessary to use a Quake, but either way it gets the job done, right? It's funny on those long pauses in between the music, it just sounds like there's no sound. There we go. I got 3 more sirens. Alright, so that is how we finally get here to this area. Crystal Palace. So that restores my HP and status. And there should be another tile over here that restores my MP. Yep. And the Prelude, Final Fantasy Prelude is playing in the background. At last, you've arrived. Who are you? I am Fusoya, and I am charged with watching over the slumber of the Lunarians. Lunarians? Yes, we the people of the moon. Long ago, the world that lay between the Red Planet and the Great Behemoth stood at the verge of destruction, both terrible and complete. The last survivors of that devastation boarded a ship and escaped to the Blue Planet. Blue Planet? The one that you call home. But your planet was still in the midst of its evolution, you see. And so, those travelers created a second moon for the planet, and there they settled into a long and quiet slumber. And they're the ones you call the Lunarians. Indeed, but there was one among us who was loath to sleep. He thought it fit that we should simply raise all existing life on the Blue Planet and claim it as our own. That's horrible. Yes, and so I used my powers to force him into hibernation with the others. But as he slept, his will grew stronger and took on a consciousness all its own. It reached out to men with tainted hearts on your planet, twisting them into beings yet darker still. And through them, he began to gather the crystals. So he was manipulating Golbez. Does this guy have a name? His name is Zemus. The crystals function as a source of energy, you see. I fear he has gathered them in order to activate the interdimensional elevator within the Tower of Babel. With it, he will be able to transport the Giant of Babel to your planet and use it to extinguish all life there. Oh no! But do not be mistaken. His will is not that of all we Lunarians. The rest of us have been waiting quietly for your planet's people to progress to such a point that we might treat with one another as equals. We but wait and sleep, dreaming of that day. And the lunar whale, where did it come from? Ah, the ship. My younger brother Kluya built that vessel long ago and flew it to the Blue Planet. He took with him several of our secrets, such as the ones employed in your Devil's Road and in airships, a gift to your people. Kluya was fascinated by your planet and wished to know more of it. And while he was there, he fell in love with a woman of your planet. She later bore him 2 children. One of them was you. What? Me? Then that voice I heard at Mount Ordeals was the spirit of your father. Indeed, you are the very image of Kluya in his youth. So it was my father. He vested you with his power so that you might prevent Zemus's plot from coming to fruition. Zemus must be stopped, for your planet's sake, and for that of my people as well. We must hurry to the Tower of Babel near Eblan. The tower is protected by some kind of barrier now. There's no way in. I should be able to bypass the barrier. We must not let the Giant of Babel be unleashed upon your world. So Fusoya, the Lunarian, joined the party. And he shows up in the back row, which is good. I'm going to give him a couple augments, not because he's going to use them, but so that I can get some other augments later. Since this one is not very useful to me, I'll use it on him. And pick another kind of useless augment. I really don't think I'm going to be using Analyze. I have Libra if I need to learn more about enemies, so I'm going to use that. Oh, and the other thing I want to do while I'm here is make use of some of these golden apples. So let's take a look at my team here. Rydia still has the lowest amount of HP. So 23, and then she's almost on par with Rosa. She's actually a bit above Rosa now. So we'll do that. And silver apples again. Her 24. Yeah, these two are almost like on par. There we go. Soma drops. Now, with Rydia's augment, I gave her MP plus 50%. I think she's really set for now. I'm gonna use one on Edge. I mean, he doesn't usually use his ninjutsu except in, situations where his physical attack won't be effective, so I don't worry too much about his MP. I'm thinking I might give the other 3 to Rosa. I mean, with that, at least he's got over 200 MP. That kind of seems like a good compromise. Alright, so we're going to restore our HP and MP again, because we boosted them a bit. Alright.